it's Kasheera. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be talking about a topic that kind of pretty much started my whole natural journey off. It was a topic that I came across in a forum, and that's pretty much whether black women have self-hate issues because they relax their hair. Yeah, in the forum they were talking about a lot of the vibe of the forum was just really nasty and hateful, but a lot of the people on the forum were like, oh, black women have self-hate issues, black women hate themselves, they're trying to be white. And I was just completely turned off by the forum. I was just like, that doesn't make any sense, because, you know, my mindset back then was like, I relax my hair because I want to, not because of anything else, really. It's a choice, you know? And I started to think about it a little bit, you know, like, well, why do I relax my hair? And that question was just such an important question for me, because I kind of realized I had been just relaxing my hair out of a habit. You know, all the women in my family growing up as a young child had relaxed hair, so it just seemed so natural. And especially I think it was expected, you know, after a certain point when I was younger, that I would start getting relaxers too. But yeah, I really started thinking about that question, and I had no idea at all what my natural hair looked like. I didn't know what you would have to do to even go natural. I honestly thought that, and I said this in one of my other videos, but I honestly thought that there might be a chemical out there that could just revert your hair back to natural, and then I won't have to big shop or do anything. But I mean, obviously that was later down the road when I was starting to think about going natural for real, and I was like, should I cut my hair off? Should I transition? Or there might be a magical chemical that can revert my hair back to natural. Then I don't have to do any of that. It'll just be easy. I can't believe how silly I was. But yeah, all the women in my family had relaxers when I was young, and I used to get my hair done at my aunt's shop. And because we were getting our hair done for free, we were like the last to get our hair done. Oh my goodness. Hours, all day. Just knew I wasn't doing nothing else that day. But so yeah, I just saw it. I didn't see it as something us trying to be like anybody else, or that we had self-hate. I mean, I didn't see it as that. I just saw it as something that we do. Well, I sort of had a realization that you can't just say that the black women of today who relax their hair have self-hate issues, because it's not like a trend that just started. Relaxing our hair is something that our ancestors started doing first. So I think to really get to the bottom of why they started relaxing their hair, you would have to kind of understand what they were going through and what relaxing meant for them, you know, back in that time period. And our ancestors, I believe, started relaxing their hair. I mean, not just because I believe this, but based on everything that I've learned about slavery and those times, I believe that the slaves were taught to, you know, hate everything about themselves, and they felt like if they could, you know, sort of blend in with, you know, the European society, that that would benefit them, that would get them further in life and career or whatever. If they could make Europeans more comfortable with their appearances, then it would be easier for them. So of course, if they felt that way, then they're gonna pass it on to their kids. Like, you know, the little girl gets a certain age and she's gonna start getting relaxers, and it's just like a cycle that just goes on generation after generation, until it's just something that is so common and normal, nobody even thinks about it anymore. It's just like, we relax our hair and that's just that, you know. After a while, like to this point in time now, it's like most of us don't even really have to think about why. Well, when we were relaxing our hair, or for the people that are still relaxing their hair, we don't have to really think about why we relax our hair. We just do it because it's just something that we do, and everybody in our family most likely does it. I mean, nowadays I'm like the only one in my family who doesn't relax my hair, you know. So, and I got a lot of, I didn't really have a lot of support in the beginning from my family, because they were like, why you want to walk around with your hair looking all nappy? And I'm just like, you're not helping. It's like, nah. And I was just like, this is not gonna be easy. But I mean, I made the decision myself, you know. It wasn't, I talked to my boyfriend about it, and he was like, you know, open to anything, because at the end of the day, he loves me for me and not he doesn't love me because of my hair, you know? So if I change my hair, I'm still me, you know what I'm saying? So he was really supportive of it, and I just decided that I was gonna make the decision regardless of who liked the decision or not. But yeah, and I think nowadays, like, we don't have to make the choice of starting to relax our hair. It's just something that's been passed down generation after generation, and it's just now it's something that we do. And still, based on the images that are portrayed in the mainstream media, straight hair is still seen as sort of the standard of beauty. You don't really see a lot of different African hair textures, or any kind of, you know, doesn't have to just be African, but just, you know, tightly coily hair. Actually, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of, in commercials, like a lot of naturals, but I mean, just if you look at the whole of the media, there's like 90% still portraying the beauty of straight hair. And the thing is, straight hair is beautiful, but our hair is beautiful too. Because this is not about like saying, oh, forget that hair, our hair is better, you know, or whatever. It's just like all hair is beautiful. But I think since we've been watching, you know, TV and stuff, then we of course look at that and we think that is what's beautiful. So I think it has a lot to do with that, and also the reason that our ancestors originally began to relax their hair. And I think that was to fit into a European society and to get further. They must have felt that that was the way, well, that was one of the ways that they could get further. That's where it originally started. So I think it's really silly to say, oh, black women hate themselves, because it's like, no, it goes way back. I mean, maybe the original reason for our ancestors starting to relax their hair wasn't necessarily the best thing to do, but I mean, if that's what they felt was going to get them further, then hey, they're going to make choices that it's going to make it easier for their kids and their grandchildren and stuff like that. So I think they made a decision based on the time period that they were in. Maybe they felt like it was just something that would make it a lot easier for them. So I don't think you can just start blaming black people for having, or black women in particular, for having self-hate issues. I mean, when we really start to obviously ask yourself, well, why do I relax my hair? Then it's not something that you just automatically are doing. You can actually think about, like, wait, why am I doing this, and do I want to continue doing this? You realize that it's not something that you have to just keep doing and doing because you're in a habit of doing it. You can actually there's other options, and I think that that's what's important. So that was sort of what started it off for me, looking at that forum. Then that kind of got me on the road to really starting to think about, like, why I relax my hair. I didn't even know what my hair looked like. I didn't know how to care for my hair. So I completely dependent on salons and stuff, and I'm happy I got out of that. But yeah, so that is pretty much what I wanted to talk about. What do you guys think? Like, cause I know even now sometimes, well, I guess some people might expect, like me or other naturalists, to feel some type of way toward people who relax their hair, but I don't, because a lot of people in my family still relax their hair. My sisters. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the person inside, like who they are. It's really not about hair. But I mean, I do think that when you can start to embrace another part of yourself in its natural form, just the way it is, then that's a positive step, you know? And so yeah, that's it. Until next time. All right, bye guys. Thanks for watching.